Shop smart, shop Shop smart, shop S-Smart. Shop smart, shop S.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis. I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me is the one, the only, the Quaff. What's up, dude?
It's good. I'm good. I love that. I love that effect. That was really cool.
Thanks, man. Little $40 soundboard that I bought on Wish like 3 or 4 years ago, and holy shit, I have gotten my money's worth out of it.
Yeah, especially Wish. You know, I'm glad that worked out.
Oh man, I actually that Thor's hammer right back there, I got that off of Wish as well. Like I actually had a really good run on Wish. I mean, I stopped buying stuff from Wish just because it was draining way too much of my money. But yeah, man, I actually had pretty good luck on Wish.
Maybe I'll check it out. I always thought it was always like you get like the third-rate, weird leftover Chinese stuff.
Sometimes, every now and then, you know, you run across something and it actually works. You know.
Oh, cool.
So.
I guess if you're not buying clothes, then it's fine.
Yeah, that's really the only thing that I've never had any luck with on the clothes, just because like I get an XL, 2XL or whatnot, I put it on, and it's like fat guy in a little coat. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly what happened at the beginning just there. My internet kind of wigged out, and I couldn't see the intro. You know, so I'm sure that everybody saw Bruce Campbell at least 3 or 4 times when it started.
Because I thought that was just me. I was like, oh, why is it repeating? But
no, because I couldn't see it, and my internet just fucking wigged out. So yeah, I have no idea.
There's no problem with more Bruce Campbell. You can't have enough. So
right, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. Let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. Yes. What's up, Flying Feline? Skull, beautiful. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Coffee. Let's see. Yeah, see, she saw it a couple of times. So yeah. What's up, Shifter? Please know if you have a wrench in a CG channel or a CG adjacent channel or Discord, you cannot use crowdfunder. Thank you and fuck off. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like it's like the age old meme. Like, you can't sit with us.
I know.
We don't want to.
I know. Like I'm half tempted to just put my book there just to, like, you know, poke at him a little bit, be like, ban me. Watch.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I dare you.
See what happens.
Totally agree. Can't have enough Bruce Campbell. He's awesome. Oh my God, his router got hacked. No.
Oh,
no. Just the internet just decided, yeah, we're gonna fuck with you right at the beginning here. You know, normally it runs just fine, and you know, today it's just like, nope, gonna poke at you a little bit. But here we are. Things seem to be running. I can see the YouTube video running properly. So yeah, man. What are you reading right now, dude?
What am I reading?
Yeah, since you're working on a book right now, do you read stuff while you're working on a book, or do you wait until after you're done?
Yeah, usually until after I'm done. When I'm working on a book, I mostly just watch things, which always ends up just being listening because I'm drawing the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've tried to read while drawing before, but it's like, you know, you gotta like split your eyes in 2 different directions. And it's like
audiobooks, man. Audiobooks.
And I never thought about that, to be honest.
Oh, dude. When I was in college, I was going to school for graphic design, and I got bored listening to the radio. I got bored listening to my music. So I started listening to audiobooks. I heard, this was back when, like, you know, the Harry Potter books were like a big deal. And then, you know, I was like, all right, I'll see what this whole Harry Potter thing's all about, you know. And I found the audiobooks read by Jim Dale, and I discovered that having an audiobook allows me to focus on what I'm working on, like my artwork or the design work that I was doing, the design homework, and then it entertained my subconscious mind. So I'm getting a story and I'm being entertained while I'm doing all of this. Now, granted, when I'm laying out a page or something like that, I don't really listen to anything with words. Like I'll listen to music with that's just instrumental. It's usually just like some old prog rock or some djent or something like that. Something loud, crunchy, and heavy, but with no words. But once the page is laid out and I'm going in and I'm detailing things or I'm inking, oh man, it is on like Donkey Kong with a fucking with an audio book. I love it.
That's not a bad idea. I could look into that because I kind of get just listening to the same music over and over again. Sometimes you got to mix it up, and sometimes I try to find some kind of podcast to listen to, but those are running dry too. So I'm like, I need something. But
dude, check out audiobooks, man. That might work for you. That's because comic books, right? We have to look at them to read them. They're a visual medium. You got to look at them to see them. But I can listen to an audiobook while I'm working, while I'm mowing the lawn, doing the dishes, whatever, and it's entertaining. That's the only way I can get novels in anymore, because I have so many different comics that I want to read that audiobooks are literally the only way I can get a novel in anymore.
Interesting. Okay. I'll It's just, I don't know why I never thought about that. It's like these little obvious things that you should that you feel like I should know, but never crossed my mind.
Well, you're thinking about books, actual physical books, I don't know if somebody hadn't been like, going on and about like the Harry Potter audiobooks, maybe I wouldn't have checked them out. But and it's been part of my my workflow ever since. What's up, American Comics?
Hey, what's up, American Comics?
Welcome.
Yeah. Mostly what is it? Like one of my I get whenever I find like a show that I really like, I kind of get obsessive and watch it over and over again. So the one of my big repeats is like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. So oftentimes when I'm just like drawing, I just have that playing on in the background because it's like I've watched it so many times, I know what's going on, so I can just listen. And then I know what's happening.
And you can still see it. Yeah, man. Yeah. I've never actually watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I don't want to sound like one of those like a broken record, but it's probably the best show out that's been ever on TV.
Wow. See, I'm a big fan of like the sci-fi. I think probably the best show that's ever been on TV for me might be Farscape or Fringe. You ever watch either one of those?
I've never. I do like sci-fi. Like what was it? Firefly. Sure. I watched Battlestar Galactica. I was really into that.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it's the remake as the one I watched.
Well, that's the one. Yeah, it's the one most people are familiar with.
Okay, good. Yeah. I know there's a lot of purists out there who say like, "Oh, that's the bad one. How dare you?" And I'm like, "Ooh, I wasn't alive in the '70s. I don't know."
Yeah, I wasn't there. This is the one that was around when I was, alive and cognizant. So
yeah, and I liked it.
What's up, File 13? Welcome.
Hey.
And File 13 says, I love Fringe. So underrated. I agree, man. I agree. Fringe, I was living up in New Hampshire when that started, like when that show started. So, it was cool to see them driving around to different places that were like, 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour and a half away from me. It's like, oh God, some weird shit could happen to me just driving down the road. Yeah. But, that's usually what I like to watch. I guess I don't really watch anything anymore. I watch YouTube videos actually.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah,
that's mostly what I'm getting to. I love a good conspiracy video. Those are great rabbit holes to dive into.
Oh, see, those are so much fun.
I know.
Just to put on like a 2.5 hour like YouTube video where it's delving deep into something. Yeah.
And something like crazy outlandish conspiracy. It's just like, whoa, that's a new one. I like it.
I might use some of that in the next thing I do,
It's like this. So I want to write books about these. I'm like, this is great material for like a setting,
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I think. It's like, man, this conspiracy theory would like dovetail very nicely into, this story, or take this scenario and just expound upon it.
Yeah.
But, yes. See, my girl knows right there. Y-Files.
That's what I listen to on my commutes to and from work.
Nice.
I love Y-Files.
Yeah, man. AJ and Hecklefish, man.
Yeah.
Cracks me up.
I know.
Yeah, it's been funny to watch that channel kind of blow up, because he's over 1 million followers now, like 1.6 million followers now, or subscribers, and he when he started, he wasn't like that. When I started listening to him, I think he was at like 800 or 900,000, and so he's blown up since then.
I only heard about him just this month, so I'm new to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude. I went through and I binged every single episode. Yeah, man. I love that he does research like he does. He delves deeply into it.
And he actually gives answers to things that I've always wanted to know. I'm like, oh, he actually has legitimate answers for these things.
And he will admit if there's something that he can't find, or this is as far as I could find. This is what I know. People get mad at him because you're ruining the mystery and whatnot. It's like, he's doing research. I mean, why are you mad at him for doing research?
Yeah.
Do you not want the truth? Do you just want your fantasy? I mean, okay. Let's see. Something that said DeathMetalHero like catnip. So far, so good. Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, hey, what's up, Wizard Brain?
Welcome.
Hey, good to see you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, see you're all over Twitter, so finally good to see you in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Feline. Feline also has a great channel. Tomorrow night, or tomorrow evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call it, 5 p.m., the Flying Felines Happy Hour Hangout. She's got trivia, and cocktail of the day. So yeah, 5 p.m. on Flying Felines channel tomorrow. Always a good time. I'll be there, of course, causing trouble with my favorite troublemaker. Yeah.
I'll check it out. There's a way to like see people click on their avatar, right? And then you get to their YouTube channel or something.
Sometimes there is. Like if you hit the 3 dots, you can go to channel. If you hit the 3 dots, you can go to channel.
Oh, there it is.
The funny thing is they used to have that on the phone. Like you used to be able to do that on the phone. And now you can't. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know what's up with the YouTube app.
Yeah, it looks like they took it away. All I can do is either report or block, and I don't want to do either. So
yeah, well, I dropped a link to Feline's channel in the chat, so everybody go subscribe, because that's a fun show. So before you started this new project, was there anything that you read that you were really impressed with? Anything that really stands out to you?
I'm more in the manga scene, I guess you could say.
Well, looking at the campaign, looking at Shotgun Samurai, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Do you know like One Punch Man and all that good stuff? Okay. Do you know any of his other works?
No, I don't. I'll be honest with you. I stopped paying attention to anime and manga probably around like 2000, 2001. The last anime that I watched was Cowboy Bebop and Trigun. Those are the last series that I watched.
Those are classics. So it's I'm glad you at least watched those.
Dude, I love Cowboy Bebop and Trigun actually. I love how Trigun starts out very off the wall and very silly. And then by the end of it, it is so deadly serious. It's just this tonal shift over the course of the series.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. Actually, a lot of people have compared my book to Trigun too for that reason. It starts off goofy, but then at the end it gets quite serious.
Nice.
Yeah. But so I guess one of the thing that I've been really into recently is the guy who wrote One Punch Man made this other comic called Mob Psycho. And it's about I just think it's genius. It's about this kid who has psychic powers, but he doesn't want to use them because he wants to get, be his own man. He doesn't want to rely on his psychic powers, so he kind of suppresses them. But stuff comes up in the so it's really interesting. It's like a weird and he's also a very boring and plain guy, but the situation around him forces him to come out of his shell, and then eventually like he snaps and then like uses his psychic powers by accident. It's stuff like that. It's very funny, but also very serious. It's like a very good mix of both, I would say. That's what
I
love
gotta have
stories
levity
like
to balance things out, and I have noticed that quality writers are able to do both. Just like really good, like really comedic actors, like Robin Williams, for example, right?
Yes.
Super comedic actor, obviously known for comedy, but when he takes a serious role and takes a serious turn, like it is intense, you know. And so I've noticed a lot of good writers, they are able to do both. They're able to have the humor and have it come across as really funny, but then they're able to delve into that serious matter, that you know, serious subject matter, and deal with it, you know, with maturity and, you know, I don't want to say levity, but they're able to deal with it, you know, in such a way that it really hits home, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
They know how to like package it well.
Well, the humor at first kind of disarms you. You know, it makes you, it brings down your defenses, and then the story has the ability to come in and unfold for you. You know, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna say that's one thing I really look for whenever I get into a new story is like if they can do that well, because I don't know, that's like, you know, that's one thing I really like when I read a story. I want to laugh, but then I also want to get something, you know, impactful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to feel like you've gone on a journey with the characters by the end of it, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to laugh with them, you want to cry with them, you want to get angry with them, you want to, you know, rejoice with them when they win, you know? It is a journey, you know? It's not what is it they say, the old saying, it's the journey, not the destination. You know?
Oh yeah, I think so, something like that. It's not the where you go, but it's the friends you make along the way.
Yes, it's the adventure you have getting there. You know?
Oh yeah, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way.
yes, that meme. The internet is funny sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I actually haven't read any manga in a while. However, I don't know if you can see up there at the top. I've got my Spike Spiegel, who's got us trained in his sights.
Oh, cool! Nice.
Make it so. Yeah, you can see Spike right up there, and then I've got the first omnibus volume of Berserk, and
nice.
I haven't quite read that yet, so I'm getting ready to jump into that.
Yeah, I actually haven't read that yet either, but that's something I need to. Yeah.
Everybody's been telling me that I need to read Berserk for a while. So
I know, same here.
Yeah, I mean I love Dark Souls. You know, the Dark Souls games. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro. I actually haven't played Sekiro, but you know, the From Software formula. You know, Miyazaki is very influenced by Berserk.
I could tell. Yeah. Like I haven't played them, but I can tell just from the aesthetic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the
and
overwhelming
like
harshness of the world. Like everything is just dark and shitty and awful, and you've
just
got
so brutish.
Yes, and then you know you've got a brooding protagonist, and like, you know, most people in the world are out to fuck you over. You know, very few allies. Yeah. So
just the struggle, just fighting through that struggle.
Basically, and you know that constantly bashing your head against a wall until you win. Yeah. I'm not sure why I like that, but I do.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it speaks to us, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, the gameplay is fun, you know. What's up, BA? Good to see you,
BA.
man. Thanks for coming to hang out. And we got a hen. Welcome, hen. Good to see you. Thank you for coming to hang out. So that was the last thing you read. It was called Psycho Mob.
Oh, Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho. Okay. And that's from the same dude that did One Punch Man, right?
The original author of One Punch Man. Yeah. Like the one who did the crappy webcomic.
Yeah, I was about to say they did the crappy webcomic.
Yeah.
That seems to be a theme for him. Like this just kind of normal, everyday dude. He's kind of nondescript and, you know, very low key, but then has this amazing ability, you know, to do something. You know?
He's really good at flipping the script of like tropes, but doing it so well and like still making good story. Like having like One Punch Man, having a Superman type character, but he's just so bored with his life because he's too strong. Like, who thought of that? And he makes it so good. It's like
there's no challenge left in life.
I know. Yeah. He worked so hard. Now he's accomplished his goal, and he's like, now what?
And it's also kind of a commentary on, like we said, the journey, not the destination. It's a commentary on, always be striving to be better, because once you get to where you're going, maybe it's not as great as you thought it was going to be. And, what are you going to do with your life afterwards? Always,
And it's like you never see the superhero after he finished, like he saved the world. Then what? It's like, so this is kind of like the then what story. It's like,
okay, that's I never really thought about it like that, but yeah, I can see that. I've never read One Punch Man. I've seen a little bit of the anime, like little bits and pieces here. I've seen about as much of that as I've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, that's another one I'm really into.
Man, my buddy Casey showed me some JoJo's, and I just kind of looked at it. You know that Jeff Bridges gif where he's just stirring his coffee and just kind of staring? That was essentially what I was doing. I was just kind of looking at him like, the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, that's something that's definitely bizarre. I'll give it that.
Yeah. Michael Oden has his SPQR, as Bizarre Adventure.
Yes, I backed that because I was like, looks like JoJo. I'm backing it.
Sold. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I need that.
Yeah, he was trying to explain to me, and I was just like, yeah, okay, nope. It's weird. I got it. It looks cool, man. It looks cool, but I have no idea what the hell's going on. I understand the whole, Caesar thing and that, but that's about as far as I got. Let's see what else. My buddy showed me Full Metal Alchemist. Actually, that was, I think, the last thing that I watched because of him. Full Metal Alchemist. I think it was the second one, Brotherhood, where they kind of redid the storyline.
They redid to make it better, basically.
Yeah, to make it better, so it's not just like this epic downer at the end. Yeah, we're stuck in this world and there's no magic and there's no getting home and we're just gonna die here. Holy shit. Yeah. Yo, Lakem, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man.
He says, "What's up, my blazing brother, Quaffizzle?"
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I love his art. He did a piece for me, a Shotgun Samurai piece.
Hell yeah. Talented motherfucker right there. That's my dude. Yeah, he's been poking me and prodding me to get some shit done. He was actually like trying to get me to write something. I was like, I don't have anything ready yet. But look, be aware, Lakem, I will probably be hitting you up in the next few months to talk about something, even if it's just a pinup, because I am working on my own book as well. It's been years in the making. But, people keep asking, and, I keep working on it. What's up, Edwin? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Okay. So, what inspired Shotgun Samurai? I mean, obviously, anime and manga you're into, but what was kind of like the impetus for the character and the world?
Like how the inception, where I got this idea from?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, like all great things, it all started off as just a dumb joke between a friend of mine.
Love it. Just like the Ninja Turtles.
Exactly. He needed a character for some presentation that he was doing. Right. And I was like, why don't you, I had this fake shotgun, and I was like, and he had, he's Japanese, so he has that Japanese robe thing. And I was like, why don't you go as the Shotgun Samurai? And he was like, because that doesn't exist. And I was like, yeah, it does now. And then I just took out a piece of paper and I drew a samurai holding a shotgun. And I was like,
oh yeah.
And I was like, see, there you go. And he was like, that you just made that up right now. And I was like, it'll be a comic by tomorrow. You'll see. And then that night I just drew the first 3 pages and I was like,
hell yeah, man.
And then after that, we're like, this is, we were like, this is great. So then we, we decided to just flesh out the whole story, and then we actually just continued, and then I was like, I'm actually I'm gonna take this seriously.
Yeah.
And then I continued making the story, and then we really like made it into this whole thing, and here we are. That was back in 2013.
Oh wow! So a decade ago.
Yeah, it's about a decade ago
dude.
that I've been that this thing's been building. So
hell yeah, man! That's awesome. I love hearing that. It's always fun to hear about an idea and a concept that has been a long time in the making, because that means the creator's been thinking about it for a while.
Yeah,
it's had time to mull over and pick up all the different little intricacies.
Yeah, actually, it was funny. Like I was in a filmmaking class at the time, so then we decided to use Shotgun Samurai as to make some films. So I have two 15-minute videos on YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah, live action movies of Shotgun Samurai. That was actually the first piece of media of Shotgun Samurai that existed.
That's awesome, man. Hey, drop the link for those in the private chat so I can put those in the regular chat.
Oh, yeah, I will, because they're like, of course, like the most amateur thing you've ever seen, filmed on an iPhone, but
hey, man,
the story is really good.
Yeah, I mean, and people shoot all kinds of stuff on iPhones now. It's it's pretty amazing the technology that's packed into our phones these days.
I know.
All right, while you're doing that, we'll go ahead and take a look at your trailer.
All right.
Damn.
You would like this one.
Nice, dude. That's a bitchin' trailer, man. Who put together your trailer for you?
Von Klaus.
I was about to say, it seems like his kind of style.
Yeah,
that's my dude.
You gotta have a Von Klaus trailer these days. I mean,
he's good, man, and I dig the music.
Yeah,
actually.
A friend of mine, he's they have a metal band, and they were able to put that together for me.
Yes, man.
Original Shotgun Samurai theme song.
Hell yeah, dude. I love that. I love that. So I dropped the link for the first video, and let me grab the second one here, y'all. So go ahead and check those out when you can, guys. After this show, obviously, because we're about to delve into Shotgun Samurai Legends, the sequel to Shotgun Samurai, obviously.
Oh, I guess you could say more like a prequel. But
yes. Okay, nice. Now, are you doing the all the artwork in this one as well? You got 3 different tales here, I notice.
Yeah, actually, I'm only doing the artwork for the tofu story.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of my little I've always, just finding other artists that I've always wanted to draw my stories.
Yeah.
And after the success of my first book, I figured why not venture out and see how other people handle my writing.
Right on, man. This is a great cover right here. Adam Miller. Man, that dude is just unreal. The stuff that he's able to crank out so quickly is nuts.
I don't know how he does it. It's like
I don't know either.
Magic hands, like seriously.
But yeah, that is an awesome cover, man. And then, of course, the Nuclear Fallout Samurai by Grouchy the creator. I mean, Jabba the creator.
Everyone's favorite lovable scamp in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, back his book, please. That's the only way I'm allowed to eat is if one of his books gets sold, and I'm very hungry. So
make sure that we feed the Quaff now. So
yes.
go ahead and back the book. Oh, and so also Volume 1 is going to be available.
A second printing,
cover. Yeah,
with Joe M. Sontag on the cover. It's like,
yeah, it's a pretty badass cover too. That's why I had to grab it for the thumbnail. You know.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, good choice.
Oh yeah. Joe's so damn talented. Like, it's another one of my friends. Ain't seen him in a while, but that's because he's been working hard on his book. You know?
Yeah, and he has a cool channel too. So I was on his channel earlier as well.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, what's up, Well-Read? Don't back Jabba. He must be stopped. Quaff must rise and slay Jabba. Whoa, wait,
you're getting me in trouble, Well-Read. Don't say those things. What if Jabba hears that? Oh boy.
Jabba Quaff die. Yeah. Freaking cool. Yeah, this is looking awesome, man. Who did your logo?
The main Shotgun Samurai, Matt Barr helped me out with that one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Nice. I mean, Matt knows how to make a damn good logo. That is for sure.
Yeah, I had something and I brought it to him and he was like, all right, now this is how you make it good. And I was like, thank you, man.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's got an eye for it. Yeah.
And then I did those little logos on the bottom.
Yeah, these are good too, man. You know, Tales of a Ramen Shop, huh? Interesting. I could totally see that as like an anthology thing, and just like random people walk into a ramen shop and then they start talking about this story, and then it goes off on an adventure there.
Yeah. I was actually there's this show on Netflix about this Japanese ramen shop, and I was inspired a lot by that. It's just this quaint little show about like these like just tales in there, and I was like, I want to write a story about. Well, it actually ended up being something action packed still, of course, but
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. And that's the thing, when you're a creative, you kind of just draw inspiration from everywhere and everything that you're into. And like we were talking about earlier, the conspiracy theories, and man, that'd be a good setting. Or ramen shop. I want to tell a story in a ramen shop.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. So 48 pages, full color, and 3 different stories. And Jose Garcia. I thought that artwork looked a little familiar.
Of course,
dude. He's so many damn talented people in this scene. I swear to God. That's why I got to keep working hard to fucking make my stuff better.
I know, right? Like I have a lot to compete with.
Well, it's inspiring, man. It's inspiring to see people doing awesome stuff, because that makes me want to work harder and make awesome stuff as well.
I know. It's amazing. And also just so many people here that, are just willing to work with each other. It's like, never in my wildest dreams would I believe that someone like Jose Garcia would do a book for me, or like Joe Sontag drawing a cover for me, someone like Adam Miller. It's like, never I thought it was possible to get like this kind of talent together, but like,
I mean, and all you got to do is ask,
Exactly.
And if people don't have time, or if it's not going to fit in their schedule, they'll just tell you, and that's one of the things that I always appreciate is professionalism. I really appreciate it when people, respond and they're professional about it and they're just honest. If they can't work on something, they can't work on something,
Exactly. Yeah. There's been times, I've been like, hey, can you work on this? No, not now. All right, I'll get back to you in a couple months. And then I'm like, hey, what about now?
Yeah, you keep them on the list and you check back with them later. What's going on, Ms. Goodstuff?
Hey, Miss Goodstuff.
Thanks for coming to hang out. All right, so the first story, Dragon Warrior. That's the one that's continuing the story of, or the prequel to Shotgun Samurai.
Yes. So this is the focused on Shotgun Samurai, because in Volume 1, he's he starts off he's atoning for his sins. He did something terrible in the past. He used to work for a really bad guy, and now he's just trying to make up for it and help people. So this is how he got hired I guess got found by that bad guy and led him down that dark path.
Yeah.
So this is basically the first mission he gets recruited, and the first mission he goes on. So he is a shotgun samurai. He gets recruited for a stealth mission with ninjas. So
oh shit.
Guess we'll see how a shotgun fares.
I was about to say a shotgun may not be the best choice for a stealth mission, but you know, if the stealth goes sideways and you got to get loud, you can't go wrong with a shotgun.
Yeah, let's just say a lot of ninjas' heads are getting blown up in this book. So if you like that kind of thing,
nice.
Yeah,
man, this is an epic shot right here. Holy shit! Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jose Garcia, like he really. Because he did my cover for my first book, so that's why I saw that he really understands the energy that's required in Shotgun Samurai.
Yeah, hang on, hold that up again. Let's show everybody the first cover. Yeah, man. And his style lends itself so well to a manga, you know?
Yeah.
His style really, really lends itself well.
Mm-hmm. It's like, it's perfect. I was like, he needs to do a book for me. So like, if I could, I would hire him to do 1,000 pages for me. But
right.
You know, right now we have 22.
Hey man, 22 is a good start. You know,
it's basically a floppy size. It's enough to fill a floppy.
Yeah, and then you got 2 additional stories in there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I consider this to be the main story of the book.
Yeah.
So it's the Shotgun Samurai story. You know, you see him getting recruited by this agent of the Shogun here, and he
wow. I'm loving the pages, man. The layouts, the colors as well. Who's doing the colors?
Jose did the colors.
Oh, also. So he did the whole thing.
Yeah, nice. He did everything.
Nice. And who do you got doing letters?
That's me.
Right on, man. Looks good.
Yeah, I like my. I have like a little. You know, I developed through this book, almost 200 pages of this book, I pretty much had to learn how to do everything on my own, like lettering, layouts, drawing. You know, so this was basically my my school of how to make comics, and this is all of my knowledge is getting put into this one.
I mean, sometimes the best way to learn something is just dive in. You know,
yeah.
You learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. No, wait, not saying this was a mistake. No. This was
Well, you know, you go through and like while you're putting something together, you realize, oh shit, that doesn't work. So you fix that, and then you make it good for the product that you're putting out.
Yeah. Sometimes, yes. The hardest thing I had to learn was how to scrap pages after they've already been done.
Yeah. That's always really hard, just because you put so much work into something and you're like, this just doesn't work. This doesn't fit with the story. The flow is off. So yeah.
Exactly. Now, like I used to do I used to do physical pages before I got my digital tablet.
I was just about to ask, are you working traditionally or digitally?
Now digitally 100%, but mostly, you know, just cuz it's so convenient, but
sure.
I used to do everything traditionally. Well, traditional, then pencils, and then scan and ink on the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I remember there was a time I had to I drew like 5 pages already, and then I was like, these are not good, and I was like, I had to like scrap all 5 of those pages.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's definitely a kick in the guts. You know, I've actually started doing penciling digitally. That way, you know, I can get the whole thing laid out, right? And then I could send it off to an editor and take a look at it, see if it works properly. And then all the pages for my book, I'm going to print out and then ink traditionally.
That's a great idea. I've been thinking about it. I've seen some people do that, and that seems like a great idea to me.
I mean, that way you get the convenience of being able to iterate quickly, doing digital, because you can make modifications really easily, obviously, you know. And then you have pages to sell, man. You know, you've got original artwork. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but people in this scene kind of like original artwork. They dig that shit, you know?
I've noticed that, yeah. And also, I mean, honestly, like I do like traditional better. I think it looks better, in my opinion. Like, all of my traditional work looked better when I did it on paper. But it's like...
Oh, dude... There is something so satisfying about ink on paper. Like I love it. Like I've got my my instruments of inking destruction right here. You know, I don't know if you saw the
you use
Wraith
like
of
actual
God
brushes.
piece. Oh yeah, I just finished a Wraith of God piece that I did ink wash on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and yeah, I love ink wash, but this is what I usually ink with. This is a Hunt 107. Sometimes the 102s are a little bit too flimsy for me, so a Hunt 107 has the appropriate stiffness, and I can get the line of variation that I like.
Oh, cool! Yeah. You're like real artisanal with your inking. That I love it.
it's just what I've gravitated towards, and I've got my Raphael number 3 right here. I've got a number 2 as well, but this number 3 right here, I can get thin to thick lines like I want. The number 2 doesn't quite get thick enough for me, but the number 3, man, yeah, I've had this brush for a long time.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I just used thin markers. That was kind of like that's all I ever used. So I didn't because I pretty much actually how I got into Comixgate and everything was I was following Ethan's art channel before he started doing all that stuff. So that's where I learned how to like I was basically learning everything from him. I was like, oh, so that's what you do, okay?
Dude,
oh, so that's how you.
I loved his old art supply videos and like how to draw videos, man. When I started, before I discovered what, Comixgate was or whatever, I was like you. I was just looking for, I interviewed Ethan like back in 2007 at MegaCon. Long time ago.
Was that really funny video?
Yep.
That was
Yep, that was me. That was me. Cool. Where he's sitting at his table and then he's like, this is the worst interview ever. And he stands up and So Ethan's always been, that was great. He's always been that kind of personality. He's always been, larger than life. And that was one of the best interviews I ever got, at the convention, just because he's so over the top and funny. But yeah, so I was like, hey, I know Ethan. Let's see what he's doing. And I started watching his videos. It's like, this is great. I want more. And so I kept looking for other things, and I found Dan Fraga's channel, his old Couch Doodles channel. Oh, and cool. He was doing the same thing. He was doing drawing videos. He was talking about the craft and whatnot. And then he started doing live streams, because I would just listen to live streams. I wouldn't interact. I didn't say anything to anybody. I was a lurker. Just
same here for a long time. Yeah.
Didn't have any. I mean, I had plenty to say, but it's just like, I don't care. Then Fraga started doing his channel, and there weren't as many people in that chat, and I was like, you know what? I remember Fraga's name. I remember him doing some badass Wolverine stuff that I still have, and because I was getting Wolverine in the mail at that time. And I remember that Black Flag book that was really fucking cool. So I started talking and chatting and interacting, and he tossed the link into the chat one night when Ethan was actually on the channel. And I clicked on that link thinking, I'll never get on there. This link is going to be swamped. Yeah. And turns out I got on there. I started hanging out with Fraga from then on, man. Nice. I was a regular on his channel, and got to talk to Ethan, got to talk to, gotten to talk to a bunch of different people because of that. But, after that, I decided to start my channel. I started it with the Sing-Along of Doom, just because I had been in the garage, screaming my head off, working on my vocals. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do a fucking live stream and see if I get any people to show up. And it became one of my more popular shows. Haven't done one in a while. The studio out there is a little crammed full of stuff. I just moved. Okay. Yeah, the garage is full of storage right now. There will be a new Sing-Along of Doom at some point soon. But it's funny how things kind of snowball. Because after that, Jason hit me up, Unhinged Entertainment. He hit me up and he was like, hey, dude, I know you want to draw some more, and you're not, because I had been complaining that I wasn't drawing very much, hanging out with Jason, because Jason was another dude I met on Couch Doodles. Jason, Pedro Ang, Spencer Desmond, who used to be Rooster Puncher and now Death Curse.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know those names.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been hanging out for a while. But yeah, man, Jason hit me up, and then we started doing topic lists, and it's kind of been, going ever since. Like we've been doing topic lists now for well over 2 years, and just added Jimmy Reyes as one of our co-hosts.
Oh, cool. Jimmy Reyes on your channel. Nice. Yeah. I see him. He's always on Ethan's show.
Yeah. Jimmy's a good dude. Jimmy's a good dude. He's got the right attitude for making comics, and he's really likes teaching as well. He's doing his draw streams and talking about the craft. It's always fun to talk with him. But yeah, I was going somewhere with this. Doom, she says. Doom. That is correct.
Yeah.
Shifter says Quaff had to redo all the ears.
If you knew how many ears I had to draw, oh God.
Man, ears and noses sometimes, man. I don't know. You don't really think about like a nose or an ear until you have to draw one, and then you're like, why does this not look right? Yeah. What the fuck?
You're just like, what the heck even is a nose anyway? What's going on?
Why does it look like this weird little fucking thing on the front of somebody's face? But if you don't put it there, people look really weird.
The whole thing's off. Thing's off.
Exactly. All right, so this is Tales from the Ramen Shop. Who's doing Felsbug?
He goes for Felsbug. I don't know. Have you seen him around Twitter? Yeah.
I've heard the name. I don't know that I've seen him.
Okay, yeah, he comes on my channel a bunch. We draw sometimes together. But he's he does a lot of work for John Delarose. So
okay.
That's how I found him. And then he does great stuff. He just recently released this Shane Davis Inglorious Rex fan art that's just phenomenal.
Right,
so you guys can check that out on Felsbug. Anyway, so he's doing this one. It tells the story of this man, him searching for the Shotgun Samurai.
Oh shit! Okay.
He's out for revenge. Shotgun Samurai did done him dirty. So he's out,
back when he was a bad person. He was working for bad people. And so this guy's out for revenge.
Yeah, so as I guess it's not quite as much of a spoiler, but underneath that thing there, his face is all gone. You can imagine why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he survived a shotgun blast to the face, and now he's off to find him. So he bumps into the ramen shop, which is owned by George, who is Shotgun Samurai's sidekick in Volume 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So this is a little interaction they had before the Volume 1 story. Because this guy's also the main villain of this book too. So you see.
Okay. So you get a little more backstory of this guy in this Tales from the Ramen Shop. See, that's cool. That's more world building, man. I dig it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I dig the world building.
Yeah. This is probably one of my. It's a very simple story, just kind of quaint, but it's honestly probably my favorite one of all three. It's just like it's very much focused on the character of these two and how they interact with each other. Yeah. If you read Volume 1, then this story becomes like really great treat. But if you haven't read Volume 1, it's still just like a fun story from beginning to end.
Nice. Oh, this is cool. And he's like, don't worry about it. You're gonna eat it twice.
Yeah.
So he's got and that. I love that I don't know that story beat of like just a little bit of kindness to the bad guy, who obviously is kind of self-conscious about his injury, so that's cool, and the artwork definitely again you found people that have the artwork that kind of fits with the tone and the story, That's just as important as the story as the story itself. If the artwork, how sometimes you'll read something and the artwork just kind of doesn't jibe with the story.
Yeah,
like it's lighthearted, but the artwork looks super serious, or the story is super serious and the artwork is entirely too lighthearted for it. There's that disconnect, and it will take people out of the story. This fits. This works.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel it's really important. Like for me, I always feel like the story needs, the writing and the art need to connect for it to become alive.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
And then Tofu the Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Nice. And this is you. I just digital inking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this one's going to be completely by me. That's what I'm doing right now. This is my I'm drawing these pages right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So the story's all written. Everything's it's like, you know, mostly thumbed out. Like 12 pages are thumbed out already, and I'm just like actually going through the pages now. So it's basically a story of a Tofu. She's also one of the side is, you know, she's the lady ninja of the group. Everyone needs a lady ninja, right?
Oh yeah, especially if you're in the setting that you got going on here, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, what would Ninja Scroll be without the female ninja?
Exactly. You gotta have it.
She was integral to that. You know, integral to that story. Damn,
yeah. So this
a long time since I've seen Ninja Scroll. Anyway,
yeah,
go ahead.
That's true. Yeah. So this is basically the story of her story. You know, we see her back work because she used to also work for the big bad Shogun as well. That's kind of like a theme. Like these all the main characters used to work for the big bad Shogun, and so this is her before she met Shotgun Samurai, because they've been at each other's throats for a long time for a while. So this is before she met him. And they're actually, this is her and her sister's also a ninja as well. And they're off investigating someone who they think is the Shotgun Samurai. So.
Okay, so this book really is kind of like a prequel in every sense. Like each one of these stories kind of informs the world before your first volume.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it.
Yeah, because one thing I really like doing is, you know, I really like it when there's just like a huge, like, kind of like the main characters. There's a lot of mystique around them. A lot of like, I call this one Legends because it's all about the legend of the main character. So you really get to see all these other people's perspective and how they view Shotgun Samurai before they even met him. Yeah. Because in the world, you know, he's basically, you know, this book actually opens up with just like, the legend here, you know, and of course the English translation right here. So
nice.
So that's kind of like the whole feel. Like he's a very legendary figure. He's just they just know him as a man with the dragon sword. They call him.
Okay.
Yeah, because
and so the dragon sword is what they call the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, because you know, he's a samurai. He carries around a weapon. It must be a sword, right?
Exactly.
And it points. Exactly. It's loud. Breathes fire. People blow up. There must be a dragon in there or something.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense, especially in the context of the world. I dig it. Who did that opening illustration for you in the first book?
Oh, Dillard.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. Is that watercolor?
Yep. Real life watercolor. I have it somewhere back there, but
nice, man. Yeah, that is a beautiful piece.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool, man.
And I got a Japanese friend of mine to write down the legend in Japanese right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
But so yeah. So that's the volume 1 reprint if anybody wants that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
completely
if you missed
sold
out on the first one,
Yeah.
Go grab the reprint. That way you you know, and obviously if you hadn't grabbed the first one and you grab the reprint here, you can read the stuff that comes beforehand in Legends and then read the main story of Shotgun Samurai, and then you will be all set. This is great, man. And is this the interior stuff from volume 1?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. This is all my lovely artwork, and this is Nuclear Fallout Samurai, the sequel to Nuclear Warhead Samurai.
Nice.
The revolutionary 1-page 2-staple book.
2 staples, 1 page.
Yes.
That sounds a lot. That actually sounded a lot dirtier than I wanted it to. But anyway,
2 staple, 1 page. Like,
yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
No reference to anything else with 2 and 1s.
Nope. None whatsoever. I've actually managed to avoid that video ever since I first heard about it. So yeah.
Same here. I haven't seen it. I still have not seen it, and I
never will.
Plan to. Never.
Yep, never will. Cool. So you're doing physical sketches as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can add that on to any tier. Just add that on, and you can get a physical sketch.
Right on, man. Speaking of the tiers, let's go ahead and take a look at what you got here. So this is the everything. This is the featured tier, 1 of each. So both covers, Volume 1, the Sontag cover, Nuclear Fallout Samurai, and Nuclear Warhead Samurai. Oh,
and
shit.
Nuclear Warhead. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. So Sashi poster, George's ramen magnet, and more to come. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, dude! That's a hell of a bundle right there. Like if you're gonna jump in and missed the first campaign, this is the one to grab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pretty much get everything you need right there. Perfect Shotgun Samurai bundle. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! And then Shotgun Samurai Legends main cover, $20. It's great, 48 pages. And then the tofu cover. Who did the tofu cover?
Oh, PM Antunes.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he's a great like manga artist. So yeah, I wanted to get like the cool like Adam Miller cover, and then also like something for the manga folk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean the Adam Miller definitely appeals to the American comics reading audience, and then that definitely is a very manga inspired cover. Mm-hmm. Again, great style. It definitely fits the tone for your book, man. Mm-hmm. All right, Nuclear Fallout Samurai and Quaff's dumb book. That's great. And this is funny right here. 99% off, only 22 bucks.
Yeah,
only 22 bucks.
Yeah, Java's not cheap.
Yeah,
you got to pray.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're good at something, don't ever do it for free, right?
Yeah, you get the book for $22, but Jabba still owed the $10,000, so that comes out of my pocket.
Oh, no wonder you can't eat, man.
I know, right?
That's brutal.
34 people have put me over $340,000 in debt.
Damn. You may never get out of that hole, man. I mean, well-read might be right. You might need to rise up and slay Java.
Yeah, read the fine print, people, before you sign contracts.
Yes. That's right, and read the fine print as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so you can get Volume 1 along with Nuclear Fallout Samurai for $30, which is also a hell of a deal. Mm-hmm. And then, check out that Sashi poster.
Yes. It does not come with the ramen bowls, but you can get a ramen bowl edition, thanks to Narwhal's suggestion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so making sure that Indiegogo doesn't get all finicky.
Yeah, they've been real finicky lately, so I'm like, just trying to see if I can cover my bases. But I am shadow banned, so I should have just put the normal one up there anyway.
I'm glad that Luke Stone has made fundmycomic.com.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I've got Pedro coming on this Thursday for his second chance for Tropical Magics, and that's going to be on fundmycomic.com. Oh, and then I've got Doc Quasar on Thursday as well, nice. Who's just launched his book on fundmycomic.com.
Oh, great.
So, yep. I mean, it's started, man. It has just begun, and there are all kinds of cool stuff that, like all kinds of cool, different. I want to say abilities, but that's not the right word. There's all kinds of different things, services available. Features. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
See, I'm just an artist. I don't do the whole words thing. It's not great.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I call myself a writer, but really, there's not. Look how many word bubbles in here. There's not many.
Hey, man, a picture's worth 1,000 words. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Hey, Phil, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. But yeah, who did the Sashi poster?
Oh, that's Sashi.
Oh, Oh, that's tofu. And, oh, okay.
Yeah, drawn
Nice.
by Sashi.
Very cool. What else has Sashi done?
She just seems to do a lot of posters, I think. I know she did a lot. She always does something for your boy Zach.
Oh, okay. That's where I've heard the name before. Got it. Okay.
So, it's like, I got to have one of those, She has such an iconic look.
It's a pretty bad. Oh, there it is. It's a pretty badass poster. And definitely, again, fits the style fits, the story going on here. And so we got Legends and Sashi. So $35 you get the book and the poster. And the poster's 11 by 17. Very cool, man. I like that. I like 11 by 17 prints. They're fun. What I like to do is when I get prints that size, I'll take one of these things, an 11 by 17 portfolio book. And I will literally just put all the posters in there, set it down on the coffee table, and it's a coffee table book. It's an art book.
Dude, that's a really great idea.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. That because you've only got so much wall space, right? You've only got so many places that you can put, posters. If you put them in a book, then you can actually thumb through them and you can see them more often, instead of just leaving them, I don't know, piled up somewhere or in a box or whatever. So yeah. Hey, we got a Matt Ba. What's going on, Matt Ba?
Hey, what's up, Matt?
Welcome, brother. Good to see
you.
Yeah. So, that's what I like to do with 11 by 17 posters. So keep up the 11 by 17 posters, everybody. I dig them.
All right. I'm glad I did it then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, 2 books, both covers, and a magnet.
And you get the free magnet.
Hell yeah. Oh, there's the magnet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
check out that.
It's a pretty tasty looking ramen there.
Yeah, my friend's a VTuber food artist.
Oh, wow.
So he does. He goes to conventions and sells these. Just draws food and then sells them, and it's just the most delicious looking thing I've ever seen in my life. So I was like,
that's pretty tasty looking ramen. I haven't had ramen in a long time, but.
Have you ever had like real ramen?
Real
Japanese ramen?
Once down in Orlando. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I lived in Orlando for I guess 5-6 years. And actually, it was a decade ago 2013 that I moved out of Orlando. And I haven't regretted it. I dislike driving in Orlando traffic.
Oh yeah. Oh, traffic. Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in Los Angeles, so I'm just like,
oh God.
Yeah,
traffic
part of my life. I can't avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, when I was a kid, we lived out in California in Simi Valley. And when I was a kid, my parents would say, "Oh, we got to get on the freeway," and I would literally start crying because I knew that being on the freeway, we'd be on the freeway for like 2 hours. It would be the longest ride ever, and there was nothing to be done about it. I remember being stuck in traffic and just hating freeways.
Yeah,
because gridlock.
It's horrible. I remember I had to go somewhere. It was like 40 minutes, but then on the way back, I caught the rush hour traffic going back.
Shit.
So that was like 2.5 hours. It was insane. Yeah. I was just like, I just want to get home. God.
Yeah. And see, when I lived in Orlando, I worked at Home Depot, and Home Depot was like, maybe 10 miles from my house, so it wasn't that far.
Yeah.
But getting there took me almost a fucking hour because of the traffic. No matter what time I left, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I work like 10 minutes from here, but it takes me an hour to get there. I'm like,
oh God,
I'm 10 miles, and it takes me an hour. I'm like,
I can't do that anymore. I can't. Too stressful in the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Real Ramon.
Yes, get the real Ramon. God, it's like, I used to live in I lived in Japan for like 6 months.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. And just right down from where I was staying was I lived in like one of like the main like ramen towns in like southern Japan, and like right where I lived, it was like this hole in the wall. You walk in there, there's just the Japanese people making the noodles, these big vats of broth. The whole place just smells like pork.
Yeah,
it was so good. My God, best food I've ever had in my life.
Oh, I don't doubt it, man. Like there is something to be said about fresh noodles, like fresh handmade real noodles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Italian, so I really enjoy pasta.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I try not to eat it all that often because, you know, carbs. It's nothing but carbs, but god damn, it tastes good. Yes, Matt, pho is dope. I love pho. As a matter of fact, that was the last thing that I had, you know, in that kind of variety. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to live in Connecticut. There was a lot of good pho. There was surprisingly a lot of good pho places in Connecticut. Like, nice. Surprisingly.
Yeah. Dashi. Yeah.
Dashi.
Yeah. Feline knows what she's talking about. She is a chef extraordinaire.
Yes.
Makes all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. I love food, you know, obviously, and there's so much food themes in this book. Like, there's the ramen. The ninja's name is Tofu. And then I don't know if you guys know, but her sister's name is Natto. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yes, I do. The fermented tofu beans. And you want to know the reason why I know?
How do you know that? I'm surprised.
Feline.
Oh, Feline.
Yep. She's the one that introduced me to that.
Oh, wow. Have you actually tasted it?
No, I've smelled it though.
You smelled it? Okay.
Yeah. I smelled it though. I haven't tasted it.
That's probably why you never tasted it.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be fucking amazing for you.
It's one of my favorite foods, I'm going to be honest. Like, I eat that stuff whenever I can. Yeah. I have a whole freezer full of them, and I just, like, whenever I'm hungry, I just munch down on some of that stuff.
Well, that's good for your gut bacteria. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. But I understand why people wouldn't want to eat it. It stinks. Yeah. It's slimy. Yeah. It's you know, unless you grew up with it, it's probably not a pleasant experience.
Yep. See, she has some in her fridge right now.
Yeah. I remember I went out with in college, you know, I was an RA, so I got invited out with like the dean to some sushi. Yeah. It was me and the RAs. We got invited by the dean. Yeah. And so I ordered natto, and I was like, and I got him to eat it. I was like, you gotta eat it. And he tried it, and his face just went and he was like,
why you do this to me?
I know, like the professional dean. He was just there, like being all professional, and then he tried the natto, and he was like, and I was like, oh God, shoot.
It's an acquired taste. Just keep chewing and swallow. You'll be all right.
I know.
Feline wants to know if you put mustard on yours.
I do. And have you ever put the Japanese mayonnaise on your natto? It's so good.
Japanese mayonnaise, really? What's the difference between I guess our American mayonnaise and Japanese mayonnaise?
I don't exactly know like the details, but it tastes way better. It's probably loaded with MSG. I think that might be it.
More than likely. That's unfortunately, you're probably right.
Yeah, but it's so good. It comes in this little like squeeze bottle, and you like squeeze it out, and it's just, I don't know why, it's just really good.
See, I love the hot mustard, like the spicy mustard. But I've never, I can't say that I've ever had Japanese mayo. Have you ever had frites sauce from Holland? Like frites met mayo?
Maybe. They used to have in New York City, there used to be a place called Palmas Frites. And it was like a French fry place. And I used to go there all the time, and would always get their different mayonnaises. Yeah,
frite sauce. It looked like mayo, but it's not mayo. It's got more flavor than mayo.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Japanese is made with that's what it is.
Okay.
Cool. It is a little bit more yellow than regular. Yeah. Oh,
interesting. So okay, so they take the egg white out and they just make the mayo with the yolk. Interesting. Okay.
Huh. I never knew. I just knew it was delicious. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that's why. I wonder if it's better for you than. I don't know. when it comes to mayo, I mean,
how good can it be for you? It's mayo.
Yeah, exactly. And then we got the Felsberg original art tier. Okay.
Yeah, he does traditional work, so you can get his
right on. Okay, so his whole ramen story got original art for that. That's cool, man.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And then sold out of the first print of volume 1. Oh wow. First run print. So that's the Jose Garcia cover, and then who did the this other cover here?
Odie.
Oh shit, man.
The famous Odie.
Yeah, I ain't heard that name in a long time.
I know, right?
Yeah. That's cool though. And all sold out.
All those are gone. Yeah, I am completely sold out.
Man. I like to see tiers sold out. It's cool. It's good.
Nice.
Means people are paying attention, man. And sketch cards. So there's original pages and there are sketch cards.
Yeah, he was like, he just made a whole bunch of sketch cards and was like, here you go for your campaign. I was like, thank you, Felspug.
Right on, man. Oh, here's a better shot of the original artwork, the original page.
Yeah, see, look at that. There's so much life in that.
It's actually really making me want some ramen right now. Just looking at this. Oh, you can't see my cursor. Looking at this right here, like the empty bowls right here, and him just scarfing down the ramen. Yeah, that's kind of making me want some ramen right now.
I know. Oh man.
All right. So stretch goals. You've unlocked this one.
The Kiko Man print. I don't know. Have you seen Kiko Man around? He hops around some chats. He's a big supporter. He pushed this campaign a lot in the very beginning. So I decided to dedicate a print to him and his character, which is this fish head superhero guy.
Oh, okay. I took me a second to realize that he wasn't looking sideways. That his face is right here.
Oh, yeah.
The eyes and then the mouth, and he's kind of bowing forward. Okay. Interesting. All right. So bookmark and Golden Monk trading card. Wow.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be one of the I think, I guess I'll say it. Yeah, the main villain for the next actual sequel to Shogun Samurai Volume 2.
Ooh.
So you'll get like a
heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, you heard it here first. That'll be like, you get a peek. I'll put like information on the back, so you get a nice little teaser as to, what's in store for Shogun Samurai.
And that actually dovetails nicely into after when are you planning to fulfill this one?
So right now I'm hoping like at latest like around December.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because if everything goes according to plan, but I just recently had a baby, so.
Oh wow!
We'll see how that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see how if I can keep that schedule, but
Yeah, see if you haven't been gone crazy by then.
Yeah. So
hopefully you're able to get some sleep.
But I am drawing so that's why I hired the other artists to do the bulk of the book, and then I'm only doing the last like 14 pages. So my workload is not so much.
Yeah, it takes a little weight off your shoulders, and doing it like this with the legends, they're different stories, and you can have different artistic interpretations, kind of like the Animatrix, get all these different interpretations of, and then it plays into the whole. That's awesome, man. So how far are you along as far as like getting the book done?
I have about 3 pages finished. Well, I have the line work finished for those 3 pages, and then I'm gonna working on the 4th page now, and then when I'm done with that, then I'm gonna color it all. The ramen shop is finished. Nice. Dragon Warrior just needs to be lettered. All the artwork is finished.
Awesome. So, yeah.
So that's pretty much it. And then once I finish my last like 13 pages, and then it should be ready to go.
Moving right along. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can get it done earlier, but
right.
I put it in December so I can give myself the
Well, you got a little leeway. You got some cushion.
Leeway for the because the baby.
Well, I mean, and life happens. Life always happens. Yes. There's always something going on to keep you from getting to the work you need to do. So exactly. Yeah, it's best to give yourself plenty of time, because if you, as we've seen in this scene, obviously, people get kind of grouchy when a book is really late, and having that leeway gives you time to get it done. But also, if you get it put out early, people like early books. People are often are very surprised. Yeah,
so, but I also want to give myself time so I can actually make it good. I don't want to rush through this and just get it out on time, just to like, because that's another thing. You got to find that balance. It's like I want to make it good, but I also want to get it done. So it's like,
what was it? And this may be a wrongly attributed quote, but the creator of Mario, that ran Nintendo for a long time, he said that a late game is eventually good, but a bad game is always bad.
Yeah.
You know, so basically, don't rush shit. Like, a late game that eventually comes out and is good is remembered as a good game.
Exactly.
A comic book, the same thing, you know. But if you rush this shit and you just put out a fucking, you know, whatever, people will remember that because it's there forever as, you know, this, you know, lackluster product. And
nobody people like, it was okay, I guess. Like, ooh, I don't want that. I don't want people to say that.
Yeah, you want people to remember it as, damn, this was good. It was well worth the wait. You know, and you know, sometimes you gotta wait. You know, it takes time. You know, I don't know. Making comics is not. It's not as easy as some folks think. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of working parts, a lot of moving parts, I should say. And when it works, when it comes together, and I've said this before, when it comes together, it is alchemy. You know, it is.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it is a gestalt. You know, the whole is greater than the sum of all of its parts. You know, and when it works, you know, it is, like I said, it's alchemy. And when it doesn't, it's just a bunch of stuff thrown together. So
exactly.
always make sure you're putting your best foot forward and making that shit work. Make that alchemy.
Exactly. That's right.
So once you get this fulfilled, what is next for you, sir?
So right now I'm also, you know, I'm kind of outlining the next adventure for Shogun Samurai.
Nice.
Him and you know, the crew. So going forward, like I'm going to be probably producing like smaller books, not this thick. Like
I was about to say that's a chunky boy.
Yeah, this took many years, and I don't think people want to wait many years for the next, I would say 7 years to be specific.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, 200 pages is 200 pages, man. That's a chunky boy.
It is very, very chunky. So I'm going to be producing those. My plan is to produce the mainline volumes, and then, you know, if this does well, which so far it looks like it's doing pretty good, I'll stagger it, you know, do the main line, and then I'll do a Legends while I'm drawing the main line, and then I'll put the main line out, then Legends, then main line, Legends. So I'll have this, while other people are drawing the Legends books, I'll be drawing the main line. So I'll be alternating the two so I can get out as more stories quicker.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. That way there's constant content for the fans. You know, they don't have to go a very long time without hearing hide nor hair of the story. So yeah, that's a great idea, man. I think that's a good way to keep involved with your audience, because you know, audience, we love you, but sometimes your attention span is not great. You know, let's just say that. You know, but you know, keeping things front and center in people's eyes. You know, that's the best way, you know, to keep people interested.
Exactly. Yeah. And I have so much, you know, to like if you read, read volume 1, you see kind of my storytelling is, there's a lot of like, with manga, there's a big trope where you tell backstory and then so there's a lot of backstory I want to get through. So I figured I'll use Legends as that vehicle to get through the backstory. Yeah. So that the main books can focus mostly on the forward story.
Yeah. And if people just want the main story, they can just read the main story.
Yeah. But also Legends themselves will be like a complete story also. So
yeah.
You know, so if you like both, then it's like they work together. But if you only like one of them, then it still works on its own.
Yeah, they still stand as their own things.
Yeah, like these are going to become omnibuses as well in the future. I'm going to make Legends omnibuses and all that cool stuff.
Well, again, it informs the world. You know, it adds depth and character and verisimilitude to the world. You know, it makes the world feel more lived in. You know, nothing worse than like playing a video game, and the world, it's an open world, but that open world is fucking empty.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do. There's no one there. And like the NPC, there's barely any NPCs, you know?
All the NPC, or they all say the same thing, like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
You're new around here. Oh, hi. Yep. You're new around here.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's a surefire way to take somebody right out of the story that you're trying to tell.
Yeah. I guess most of my story and inspiration does come from video games. That's my main vehicle of entertainment, I guess I should say. So
I can understand that. I never have time to play any video games anymore. I bought Elden Ring when it first came out, and I've played it maybe a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
Since then.
I know. I can't play those like deep games anymore. Like, you know, I've like, I don't know. I think I've just getting too old or something. I fall asleep after playing a video game for like more than 30 minutes. So it's like, so that's why I just have like a Switch next to my bed, and I just bust it out, play something, and then get sleepy. Bam.
I mean, that's what that's designed for, man. You know, I totally get that. I just always feel guilty if I start playing a video game, because I will just sit and like stay up until 3-4 in the morning playing a video game. You know, like Spider-Man on PS4 when that first came out. Holy crap, man! I was up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, like day after day after day playing that. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to get stuff done. I got to do something else with my life.
I know, so. God. I wish that came out when I was in college. I would have played that so much. You know, an open world Spider-Man game like that's everything I've been dreaming for.
Oh, dude, the web swinging in that game, like, seriously, you can just swing around their version of New York City and just have a blast just doing that, and doing like little side quests and stuff like that.
Oh man, yeah, I was obsessed with like Spider-Man 2 back in the day. That game was amazing, and this just looks like just like the next level of that. That
the web swinging is just as satisfying, if not more satisfying, in the Spider-Man PS4 game. So yeah, no, I hear you, man. But I feel so guilty. It's like you know, you've got artwork you need to do. You know, you've got a comic book that you're writing. You know, you've got this to do. You know, you've got that to do.
That's pretty much. Once I started doing this comic, that killed all of my video game playing, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there is something to be said about setting aside time so that you can actually decompress, unplug, you know, and entertain yourself. You know, that is just as important as you know, getting things done. I mean, yes, you got to get things done. You got work you got to do, but if you're constantly going, and you don't take any breaks, you will burn out, and then you won't produce good work. You know, there's got to be a balance. You know,
that's true. Yeah, I've been there before. You know, burning out. You know, like you just can't do nothing for like a week, and you're like, well, everything I make is crap. I'm gonna stop drawing for like a week because I don't want to make crap.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. And when that happens, I usually I'll go back and read something that inspired me to want to draw to begin with, like, you know, Weapon X by Barry Windsor Smith.
Or that's good.
You know, yeah. Or Fear Agent. Have you ever read Fear Agent by Rick Remender and Tony Moore? Oh, dude, like really great sci-fi, you know, and just awesome storytelling. You know, just anything that inspires you and to reignite that fire, you know, give you ideas. And you got to entertain yourself, man. You got to.
Yeah, I usually rewatch YouTube videos of the video games that I used to play as a kid. That's usually what gets my noggin jogging again.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you know, totally. like especially like rewatching like Metal Gear Solid or something.
Oh, dude, I played the absolute fuck out of all of those except for 5. I never played 5.
Did you not like it, or
I have it. I you know, the same thing. I never got around to playing it.
I gotcha.
You know, and then that whole survive thing. I was just like, yeah, no, what are you doing, Konami? What the fuck?
That's the end of Metal Gear Solid, is Metal Gear Survive? Like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, it's either that or the pachinko machines.
The pachinko machines.
Yeah, they re-render a bunch of stuff from Metal Gear Solid 3 in the brand new Fox engine, And they use it for a fucking pachinko machine. Really,
Everyone's like,
Konami? What the fuck?
They released the trailer. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, Metal Gear 3 remake."
Yeah.
Pachinko.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing to us, man?
It's like they could have made a lot of money, but instead they just didn't.
Well, I mean, you know, it's hard to see clearly when you have your head that firmly lodged up your ass. So
It's pretty deep.
yeah, I know. I mean, fucking, there's a bunch of stuff that they could actually remake and make money. But yeah, just whatever they're doing, Konami's just going to do whatever Konami does, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Kojima's, you know, post-apocalyptic package delivery simulator.
Oh yeah,
which looked really cool, but
yeah, I heard in practice it didn't play out as well. Like those trailers, though. Some of the best trailers I've ever seen.
I mean, you got Mads Mikkelsen, you've got Guillermo del Toro, you know, and then
really
Norman Reedus.
Insane concepts, like, you know, these weird floating beings in the sky. It just looks so cool.
Yeah, it looked very, you know, very ethereal, very supernatural, and you're running around the planet delivering packages. I'm sorry, what?
I know.
Okay.
I haven't played
Kojima,
it. But...
can I have some of whatever you're smoking, dude? Because it's clearly good shit.
You know? Yeah.
But dude, this looks like a lot of fun. I'm digging. I really like this image right here. This is badass, dude. Jose Garcia did some great work for you. Anything else you want to say about this book before we go ahead and wrap this one up?
So Shotgun Samurai, you know, it's just a lot of fun. Just basically shotgun slinging, shooting ninjas in the face. If you like that kind of stuff, like high octane, you know, he just bam, 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 like
nice.
You know, John Wick style shotgunning. That's kind of what I wanted to go for. And then, so I mean, check it out.
Awesome.
And volume 1. You know, 288 pages, must have. Rave reviews, everybody who's read it. So, you know.
Everyone. I mean, Kimosabe, especially, he seemed to really like it.
Yeah, he has a fantastic review for it. I linked all the reviews I had. Like Abra 2 Cents, you know her. She did a great review for Shotgun Samurai as well.
Excellent. I mean, you know, and we need those. We need those reviews out there. So I'm glad that people do. Those. And I mean, Kimosabe's been doing that for a while.
Yeah. I love it. I love having these reviews in this indie space. It's like, you know, we need that. You know, we got to create this culture around our things.
Yes.
You know,
and objective criticism. You know, being able to objectively look at something and see, you know, what the story is like, and you know, being able to take the objective criticism. You know, otherwise we can't get better. Otherwise we don't move forward.
I'm always hoping to you know, like I like hearing the nice things, but whenever I hear something like that doesn't work, then that's when I take that note and I'm like, all right, let's see if I can fix this in any way, you know, or, you know, if I'm willing to fix it, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I listen to it and
well, you know, something that you take it in and you analyze it, see if it fits. Yeah. See if it fits with your story. 100%. Yep.
But yeah,
again, that's how we move forward, man. But, all right, folks, thank you all so much for coming to hang out. Quaff, this was fun, man. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. It's nice to finally meet you.
I know, right?
The book looks fun, man. I hope people jump on it. And what's up, 80s Maid? Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. We're actually just getting to wrap this up, but this was a good one. Go check out the replay.
Yeah. And, hey, 80s Maid. Yeah, what's up? I've been on his show a few times too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun show. It's absolutely a fun show. But always remember, folks.
Shop smart, shop S-smart.
Did that work? Nope.